STAR project. STAR, or the Spectrum Turf and Rink project, is a community stakeholder-driven project to build an ice rink and turf fields at Spectrum Community School. The $13 million project would look to engage 8 potential stakeholder groups to enhance the facilities in our community for years to come. 2 turf fields would look to be built and maintained with the Vancouver Island Soccer League, Lower Island Soccer Association, Greater Victoria Baseball Association, Pack Room Lacrosse, and Gorge Soccer Association. For the rink, the school district, BC Hockey, Saanich Minor Hockey, Saanich Lacrosse, and hopefully Saanich Municipality would look to co-construct and maintain a pop-up rink very similar to the rink at Shawnigan Lake School. Additionally, BC Hockey would look to have 4,000 square feet of office space in the building. With these numerous stakeholders, the STAR project looks to pool resources to boost community facilities and programming in our region. So why do we need these improvements to our field? Well, in terms of turf fields, our school is in desperate need of an adequate field for our sports teams. Our soccer teams haven't played on the grass field here for 7 years. Furthermore, our classes only get access to our field for 4 months of school year due to being underwater and inhabited by geese. Despite the hard work of our facility staff, the irrigation depressions and holes put our students and community users at risk. Additionally, people don't want to rent the field. It's a cost. There are 5 stakeholder groups that are willing to help change that and build and maintain the turf fields.
Hi, I'm Brad Lasny. I'm with President of Gorge Soccer Association. Born and raised Victorian, went to Spectrum, Colquitt's, Hampton, Tillicum School. Fantastic knowledge of what this community needs and what the school needs. I can remember running around times in the mud at Spectrum, and things haven't really changed. So I'm just totally supportive of Spectrum School getting both turf field and a rink. With Gorge Soccer Association, we'd definitely be supportive of the turf field. Our club is a growing club. We cannot support our youth and our seniors with enough field space. We've had many closures this year. I have an active start program of 3, 4, 5-year-olds, waiting lists of 25, 30, waiting lists for seniors. So we are supportive of the Spectrum turf field. We'll support it both hopefully in cash. We have our own issues with our turf field, but in time, effort, and in spirit.
Why do we need a new rink in Saanich? Well, quite simply, we know there's a tremendous unmet demand in Saanich for ice time. Programs can't grow, which impacts participation pools in figure skating, skating lessons, public skates, lacrosse, ball and roller hockey, and of course, my sport, ice hockey. To make matters more pressing, Saanich is forecasted with a 10 to 12% growth over the next decade. The lack of ice time facilities stifles participation, and especially participation in female sport. We need to get on the ice.
Hello, my name is Barry Petrochenko and I'm the CEO of BC Hockey. I wanted to talk to you today about why we as an organization are so excited about the STAR program. First off, as an organization ourselves, we have a 4,000 square foot office and 30 employees that we would love to have on site with such a venue. Being in an arena with the programming that we run is a great fit for us. So selfishly, this is reason number one that we would look into this type of partnership. But really more importantly, our programming at the community level. In the Saanich area, youth sport is very important. And for us, our hockey programming currently sees some wait lists, definitely has some ice demands and ice needs that would be filled by this project, but also our recruitment of females into the game, our ability to offer female specific programming in the area are key. We currently have young girls who travel quite a bit to play hockey, and that's the reality for today. We want to change that reality for the future, and to be a part of something like that is something that truly drives us, and this type of partnership, as a result, makes a lot of sense. So we're very hopeful that this project will gain the support that is necessary for it to move forward. And the one thing that you can count on is that BC Hockey will be a part of that support, and will be a partner right through the process.
Hello, my name is David Horrocks. I'm the president of Saanich Minor Hockey Association, and I'm here to talk a little bit about what I would identify as a pretty significant and severe need for more ice in the Saanich area. We at Saanich have been dealing with wait lists that we've moved on to other associations because we can't meet the current demand. I'm aware that the Gold Rink is way past its best before date, and in fact one of my fears is that it could stop working any day. We have no way of knowing. If that were to happen for us, we would be essentially in a position of having to consider rolling up the entire association, simply because we don't have the capacity to meet our full suite of services on one rink. So that's an immediate short-term concern for us. The longer term is, of course, that the community is growing, that we are having increases in demand from different demographics and sectors. Female hockey is growing way faster than any other, and new associations are on the brink of being formed. The big question is, where are they going to play? So there's those kinds of demands on us. We have a really successful association, but we don't have the facilities to keep up with it. The longer term, of course, we need more than the Gold Rink to be fixed, and so I'm aware of the Spectrum project that's underway to create a middle term, perhaps we would call it, solution to the problem around a reasonably priced pop-up rink, and we certainly support that as something that we would see as reducing our risk for what I just was talking about. So we're really behind that project, but I'd like to be clear that we don't see that as the end-point solution. For us, as our community is growing and as our association is growing, we could have 3 more rinks, and still, by the time they're done, just be meeting demand. So the problem we've had in this community historically is that we've never actually gotten ahead of the demand. We're always playing catch up on demand, and that's been true for both of the rinks at Perks. And I understand from the original plan that there was to be 3 rinks, and that didn't happen, and so we always were settling on just enough. And so some of the demands we have with our constituents in our association and in Saanich is that it's not just the number of rinks, it's that we've got competing demands for the existing ice, so that some families aren't able to participate in what we offer because the ice times are so unattractive to them, for people who are working, for kids who are going to school and can't get to the ice times at time. So it's not just overall aggregate capacity, it's not just a numbers game, even though that is certainly true. It's about having an ability to provide a service at a time that our constituents can reasonably access it. And we have a severe problem with that right now. And while we certainly support the Spectrum project, it's still on the horizon, and we have an immediate need right now to solve what is a high risk at Perks. So we're certainly behind this. We're excited to see somebody taking initiative, and we certainly hope the council supports it.
So that's the STAR project. Please get involved to help our community for years to come.